Right now, locked inside the vaults of the British government is a massive hidden treasure with your exact name on it. Imagine waking up to a sudden payout of over £12,500 plus an extra £6,000 every single year, completely tax-free. This is not a lucky lottery win. This is your legal right, the money you have worked decades for. Yet, millions of pensioners are struggling to survive, completely unaware of this life-changing fortune. The cruel reality: the government will never call you. They will never write to you. Every week you delay, hundreds of pounds vanish forever into thin air. But do not rush to claim it just yet. This money is hidden from you for a chilling reason. There is a dark, calculated trap engineered deep within the welfare system, a silent administrative weapon designed to make you fail and surrender before you see a single pound. What is this terrifying trap? And how is the government using it to quietly drain your retirement funds right this very second? Keep watching, because the truth will leave you absolutely speechless. Welcome to the harsh reality of the British welfare system. You might genuinely believe the Department for Work and Pensions exists to distribute the money you have rightfully earned. That is a costly, dangerous illusion. The entire system operates on a ruthless foundation known as a claim-based mechanism. It means if you do not demand your money using their exact secret language, you receive absolutely zero. From a macroeconomic perspective, this is a brilliantly cold-blooded strategy engineered by the Treasury to protect the national budget. By designing application forms that are 30 pages long, loaded with terrifying medical jargon and psychological traps, the government has constructed a deliberate administrative wall. This barrier acts as an invisible filter. They mathematically calculate that exhausted pensioners will look at those intimidating documents and simply give up. Every time someone surrenders, the state silently saves billions of pounds. It is a bureaucratic war of attrition, and they are winning. But the mountain of paperwork is not even the most terrifying part. What if I told you that to unlock one of the biggest payouts, the system requires you to apply for a benefit they have already decided to deny you? Yes, they literally force you to endure a humiliating rejection letter, because that exact refusal is the hidden key to unlocking thousands of pounds. If you try to claim it normally, you lose everything. How many thousands are bleeding out of your bank account right now because you do not know this twisted, backwards rule? Let us rip the lid off these 5 hidden treasures. Let us rip the lid off these 5 hidden treasures the state is quietly keeping from you. Treasure number 1 is the attendance allowance, worth nearly £6,000 every single year, completely tax-free. The biggest, most damaging lie is that you must be in a wheelchair to receive it. Absolutely false. If arthritis makes buttoning your shirt painful, or memory loss means you need occasional prompting, you are entitled. It is not means tested. They do not care about your wealth or savings. If your health slows you down, that money is yours. Treasure number 2 is born from a disgraceful government scandal. For decades, the system systematically robbed tens of thousands of older women of their rightful pension uplifts. If you are a woman who reached pension age before April 2016, you could be owed an average of £5,500 or up to £12,000 if widowed. The government has given up looking for the victims. You have to hunt them down yourself. Treasure number 3 is your council tax. The average bill has skyrocketed past £2,000 a year, yet countless pensioners are handing over cash when the law says their bill should be zero. Your local council will happily take your full payment without ever whispering that your income level could wipe your debt completely clean. Treasure number 4 is the twisted carer allowance trap I warned you about. If you look after a loved one, you are owed over £2,500 a year, but because your state pension is too high, the system automatically rejects your claim. Here is the genius loophole. That exact rejection letter is the golden ticket. It proves your underlying entitlement, acting as a secret password to unlock a massive boost to your pension credit. If you do not ask to be rejected, you lose everything. Finally, treasure number 5, the backdated state pension. If you delayed claiming your pension, you hold the right to demand a single lump sum of over £12,500. They will never offer it. You have to aggressively ask for a 12-month backdate by name. But beware, the clock is ticking, and missing the deadline means that fortune is permanently erased from existence. Now that you know these hidden fortunes exist, how do you actually break open the vault? You cannot just politely ask. You need the exact keys, the precise tactical maneuvers, and the unyielding confidence to outsmart a system designed to make you fail. To claim that massive, life-changing lump sum of over £12,500 for your delayed retirement, you must pick up the phone and call the pension service direct. The number to dial is 0800 731 7898. When the operator answers, do not let them rush or confuse you. You must explicitly command them, using these exact words, that you demand to backdate your claim to the earliest possible date up to a maximum of 12 months. Next, how do you execute the twisted, backward strategy for the carer allowance? You must go online to the official government website and submit an application, fully knowing and expecting to be completely rejected because your standard pension is too high. When that seemingly heartbreaking refusal letter finally arrives in your mailbox, whatever you do, do not throw it in the trash. That piece of paper is a legally binding golden ticket. You must immediately take that refusal letter and present it to the pension credit team. That specific document legally forces the government to acknowledge your underlying entitlement, instantly unlocking over £2,500 a year that they desperately wanted to keep. Then comes the ultimate bureaucratic nightmare, the attendance allowance application. It is a grueling 30-page psychological war zone. If you fill this out like a proud, independent human being and simply write that you manage okay on most days, they will deny your claim in a heartbeat. The ultimate golden rule is this: never ever complete this dangerous form alone. You must immediately call Age UK on 0800 678 1602 or march into your local Citizens Advice Bureau. They possess the secret translation manual. They know exactly how to articulate your absolute worst days using the highly specific medical terminology that the government assessors are programmed to approve. For the historically underpaid women, you must call the pension service and force a manual review. For your council tax, completely ignore the terrifying bill they post through your door, go straight to your local authority website and demand a full reduction assessment. You must fight for every single penny because nobody else will do it for you. Why is this desperate fight for your money more critical now than ever before? The year is 2026, and the British establishment is quietly waging a ruthless financial war against the elderly. The catastrophic cost of living crisis never truly vanished. The devastating inflation simply compounded, silently eating away the purchasing power of every single pound you saved. The state is buckling under the immense, crushing weight of the silver economy and a crumbling National Health Service. To stop their own financial bleeding, the Treasury is mercilessly pulling the plug on universal support, leaving millions of innocent people completely stranded. Look no further than the brutal, calculated massacre of the winter fuel payment. What was once an ironclad, guaranteed lifeline designed to stop pensioners from literally freezing to death in their own living rooms has been abruptly snatched away from the masses. This is not a temporary mistake. It is a permanent macroeconomic purge. The government is deliberately shifting the terrifying burden of survival entirely onto your shoulders, silently hoping you will just accept the freezing temperatures and the slowly draining bank accounts without a fight. This terrifying landscape is exactly why securing pension credit is no longer just about scraping together a few extra pounds a week. It is an absolute matter of life and death. Pension credit is not merely a benefit. It is the ultimate heavily guarded golden passport. Even if you fight the system and only qualify for a microscopic one single pound a week, that solitary pound magically unlocks an impenetrable fortress of state protection. It legally forces the system to instantly reinstate your winter fuel payment, grants you entirely free dental care, covers your vital eyesight tests, and can even completely obliterate your television license fee. It is the master key that forces the welfare state to protect you. But before you blindly rush to unlock these vaults, you must freeze exactly where you are. Charging in without knowing the deadly financial tripwires will instantly trigger a catastrophic, irreversible tax trap. Claiming the wrong lump sum or ticking the wrong bureaucratic box could legally invite the taxman to aggressively confiscate a massive chunk of your newfound wealth. Even more terrifying, one single mistake could completely destroy the life-saving benefits of the vulnerable loved one you are desperately trying to care for. What is this devastating hidden tax trap, and how could demanding your own money accidentally ruin your family financially? The most dangerous secret is about to be revealed. You have found the hidden treasure, but the vault is heavily rigged with devastating financial explosives. The most lethal trap is the income tax snare, quietly engineered by the National Revenue Department. If you demand that massive 12-month backdated pension lump sum, you could instantly receive over £12,500 in a single day. But here is the brutal, unspoken catch. That sudden cash injection is added directly to your total annual income. If it pushes you over the strict personal tax-free allowance of £12,570, you instantly fall into the 20% tax bracket. The government will aggressively snatch back thousands of pounds before the money even warms your hands. You could literally be paying the state for the privilege of receiving your own delayed money. The second trap is a heartbreaking bureaucratic betrayal of your loved ones. If you blindly claim the carer allowance without calculating the bigger picture, the system violently reacts. If the fragile person you are caring for currently receives a severe disability premium, the very second your claim is approved, the government will maliciously slash their disability payout. They will silently strip away over £80 a week from their survival fund. You could accidentally ruin the financial stability of the exact person you are desperately trying to protect. Finally, the predators are watching in the shadows. Ruthless scammers are actively impersonating government officials, calling your phone and offering to help claim these hidden funds. Memorize this ultimate golden rule for your own survival. The real Department for Work and Pensions will absolutely never, under any circumstances, call you out of the blue to hand over free money. If the phone rings with such an offer, hang up immediately. You alone must hold the key to your wealth, and you alone must be the one to strike first. How to claim the toolkit. Attendance allowance, ring 080073101122, Monday to Friday, 8 to 6. Ask for the AA1 form. Your claim starts from the date of that call. Free help, Age UK or Citizens Advice. In Scotland, pension age disability payment, council tax reduction, apply to your own council. Search your council tax reduction. If you get guaranteed pension credit, say so. Underpayment review. Ring the pension service on 08007 310469. Ask for your state pension to be checked for underpayment. Have your NI number and your husband's details ready. Carer addition. Step 1. Apply for carers allowance at gov.uk/carers-allowance or ring 08007 310297. Step 2. When the letter confirms underlying entitlement, ring pension credit on 0800991234 and ask for the carer addition. Caution. If the person you care for gets a severe disability addition, check the household as a whole first. Backdating. Ring 08007 317898 and say you want your state pension claim backdated to the earliest possible date. Maximum 12 months, do not wait.